Howdy. It's another review of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 2, Episode 3, Fishing for an Apology. The episode begins at Heather's beauty business. Business is good in the COVID. And she and her business partner talking about possibly expanding the business. Botox is hot in Salt Lake City. Meanwhile, at the business, she calls her friend Whitney. And Whitney kind of wants to know what took place between she and Jen. And Jen says, we're kind of made up. And she encourages Whitney to call Jen and see if they can make up and all the fences. But Whitney's not feeling it. Meanwhile, Lisa, Jen, and the new girl Jenny try ski biking. There, Jen announces that she wants to plan a girls' trip where they go ice fishing. Jen texts all the women. Meanwhile, she wants to know all the ladies' weight, height, social security number. Hello? Weight, height, and to go fishing. Maybe it's me. She sent a text, not everybody's responding. Remember, Jen is kind of on the outs with most of the women. Meanwhile, we catch up with Mary and her son. They're out for lunch. Her son, Robert Jr., wants to move out of the home and get his own place. But like all 18, 19-year-olds, he doesn't really have a plan, a job, or any money. He also, I think, wants a girlfriend and just be on his own. But I sense Mary wants to be the only lady in his life, the only woman in his life. So she encourages him to go to the army just like his father. Now we go from there to the home of the newest housewife, Jenny. We see her 3 kids working on a science project. It's clear that Jenny likes being a mom, and she's happy with the 3 children she has. Now we're in episode 3, 1, 2, 3, and each episode, her husband says he wants kids. But we learned last night that Jenny's had 9 miscarriages. 9 miscarriages. I've never heard that before. It was warned by her doctor that it was very dangerous for her to have more children, but he insists. Her husband's a doctor, but he seems insensitive to her medical issues or her age. He wants more children. We're over at Heather's house. Her older daughter, Ashley, is practicing her last drill performance in high school. And Ashley tells her mom that she doesn't think she's returning to the Mormon church. Heather wants more for her daughter, because Heather was devout Mormon. That's all she knew. And she wants more for her kids. Over at Meredith House, she's invited friends to preview clothes that she's considering selling in her store. Mary and Meredith's son Brooks have established a friendship during COVID. Brooks is having issues with Jen attacking him, and he feels a bit of comfort talking to Mary, who can relate to being attacked. Mary suggests that the invitation to the fishing trip is a good place where she can talk to Jen about her son. Now, meanwhile in the conversation, Mary asks everyone to be silent. Shh, be quiet. I have to fart. Thank you, Mary. Lisa, Heather, Jenny, and Jenny meet Jen at the frozen lake for lake fishing. The ladies are there, but it's strained. Lisa, Heather, and Whitney are not feeling each other. Whitney and Jen are not feeding each other. And we learn while Lisa doesn't cook or like fish, she does like Del Taco's fish tacos. Meredith appears. Her rage is on 10. She wasn't about the fake kisses or pleasantries. She didn't come to fish. Jen has been effing with a child, and Jen is nervous. And when Jen is nervous, she applies more lip gloss. Okay. She has a right to be nervous. She has a real nice nerve. Meredith came raging like a mama bear. Jen was warned. At the reunion, Meredith told her, listen, if you talk about my children, we can't be friends. Meredith did not come to play. She went right into it. Did you like a comment to my son calling him a sissy bitch? Meredith asked. No, Jen answered. So Meredith pulled out her phone and shows Jen the tweet calling Brooks a sissy bitch, liked by the one and only Jen Shaw. Jen goes in classic denial and defections. What are you talking about? You know, I'm tired of being accused of stuff when I haven't done anything. And then Jen changes gears. Well, my staff did it. Problem with Jen is that same staff used the same Twitter account that attacked Heather and Whitney. Meredith is done. Heather, and especially Whitney, seems to be enjoying the show. Lisa's trying to prevent her from leaving. But Meredith is saying, look, no, I can't listen to the projection, the deflecting, and lying anymore. I'm leaving. Jenny jumps in and tries to get Meredith and Jen to talk. Now, what I don't get about all this garbage is that these are all women. All women. And children are always off limits. Maybe with the exception of Heather. I mean, how would they react if their children were being attacked by a 50-year-old woman online? Now, I'm doing a segment starting this week calling the Bitch of the Week. And this week, the bitch is Dr. Dewey Tran, Jenny's husband. The fact that he wants his wife to have more kids after she's had 9 miscarriages? No, something's up with him. Meanwhile, thank you very much for watching The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Bye now.